Hello everyone and welcome back to Microsoft Dynamics 365 Custom Workflow Development course. In this lecture we will see how you can use wait conditions in your workflow. In previous lecture we have seen how you can send emails from your workflow. So let us now see in this lecture how you can use wait conditions in your workflow.
Subscribe to Dynamics Academy and press the bell icon on your YouTube app to never miss a video from Dynamics Academy.
So wait conditions enables a background workflow to pause itself until a condition has been met. When creating a workflow, you might find that you need to insert a delay between one step and another step. So in these situations, you can use wait condition. For example, there might be some situations that you need to wait for certain actions or certain time durations in order to perform a particular actions. So in this case, you can use the wait condition. And there are two main ways to accomplish this. One is to use wait condition and the other option is to use process timeout. We will see both of them, and it is important to understand the difference between the two so that your workflow can fulfill its intended purposes. And one more thing you need to keep in mind is that real-time workflows cannot use wait conditions because it will violate the principle of synchronous processing. So having said that, let us now first understand what is a wait condition. A wait condition tells the workflow to wait until some specific action has occurred, such as field changing or updating a specific value. This is useful for the situations in which you need to wait for something to be done rather than wait for a specific amount of time. So wait conditions are great for building workflows that are coordinated with manual processes carried out by the users. So for example, consider in our case that whenever the status of that employee is getting changed from trainee to permanent, then you need to deallocate the desktop and allocate him a new laptop. So these kind of changes you need to wait till the employee is getting permanent. So depends on the different employees. If a particular trainee, if he is quick learner, then he might finish his training within 2 to 3 months and he can be a permanent employee, while other trainees will take a regular course time, that is 6 months. So after finishing of their training, their employment will get changed to the permanent type. So in these situations, till the employee's status is getting changed, you need to wait. So there is no particular fixed time duration that after a fixed time duration you need to make these changes. So in these situations, wait conditions will be useful. But while a process timeout tells the workflow to wait for a specific amount of time or until a specific date. While wait condition is essential for building workflows that should space out the execution for certain steps while the remaining fully automated. While the process timeout is needed when a given step has to be executed on a certain day or a time. So whenever some time duration is required, you need to use process timeouts, while wait conditions will trigger based on some specific actions is being taken. So let us now understand this with the help of a demo. Change in our workflow will be that if the employee is trainee, then wait till the employee is confirmed and become a permanent employee and then allocate him a laptop. So until employment type is being changed from trainee to permanent, then you need to deallocate the existing desktop and allocate him a new laptop. So in this scenario, we need to use the wait condition. So this is our workflow that we are going to modify. So after deactivating it, so we need to wait till the trainee employee is confirmed. Now we need to modify the logic here. So we are allocating the desktop for contract employees and trainee employees in this otherwise if block. So I'll make some changes and I will show you after that what the changes I have done. So what I have done is I have added one more else if block where I am checking the employment type is trainee. So now earlier I was allocating the desktop for both contract employees and trainee employees in the same else if block, but now I have splitted it. So everything is same between contract and trainee employees, but now I will add one more wait conditions here. In order to add wait condition, you need to first select the step after which you want to add that wait condition. So I've selected the last step and you need to click add step. Here you can see there is a tab called wait condition. So after clicking it one time, you will get this kind of tab being added. Here you can type a brief description, and here I'm clicking wait until employment type gets changed to permanent employee. So I selected whenever the employment type is getting changed to permanent, you need to wait till that point of time. So the moment the employment type field gets changed and the value is equal to permanent, that means this trainee employee is confirmed. So now he is a permanent employee. So at that time you need to first deallocate the already allocated desktop. Right now I am deactivating that. So in order to deactivate a record, you can use change status action. Using this tab, you can change the status of that record. Every time an employee is getting confirmed, first deactivate desktop asset that was allocated to him, and then you will allocate new asset of laptop type. So this was the desktop which was allocated to him. We will first deallocate. That means we are changing the status to inactive, and after that we will also allocate a new record. So I allocated a new laptop to the newly confirmed employee. So after setting it, so this workflow will trigger on whenever a new employee is getting triggered, and if that employee is of trainee type at the first, then it will allocate a desktop. And after his training period is over and he gets confirmed and becomes a permanent employee, then this workflow will first deallocate the desktop which was allocated to him first, and it will allocate a new laptop to this particular newly confirmed trainee. So let us now see this in action. So let us now save and activate it, and we'll try to see this in action. So now I will first create an employee of trainee type, and after that we'll try to change its employment type. So I have given only the required fields, and I am saving this record. This record has been saved, and I will refresh it. So now you can see an asset of desktop type has been allocated to this newly created employee, and we will try to see the background processes as well. So you can see the status is still waiting, and if I open this record, here you can see that it is still waiting. In our case, the employee is of type trainee. So now it first allocated and desktop to the newly created trainee, and after that it has performed the following step. This step it is still waiting. It is waiting until the employment type is equals to permanent. The entire workflow itself is in waiting state. So now what we will do, let us suppose after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or whatever time period may be. So after finishing training, the employee gets confirmed and he becomes a permanent employee. So at that time you will just change the status to permanent, and the moment you save it, we'll try to see what happens there. I will refresh it. You can see that a new asset with laptop type has been created, and we will check the workflow status as well. So now you can see the status of the workflow is succeeded, and if you open it, now you can see circle of dots is now changed to tick mark. That means the workflow status is completed and it has done its job. And here you can see for the wait condition that we have added, it has first deactivated that desktop record, and then it has allocated a new asset of laptop type to this newly confirmed employee. So this proves that wait condition will wait till a specific action has been taken on that particular record. But let us suppose your things get changed. Now you want to wait till a specific amount of time, till a fixed duration of time. For example, in our case, in case of contract employees, your company policy is such that after every 9 months your contract gets finished, and you have to either renew that contract or close that contract, whatever the reason may be. So the maximum amount of time a contract employee can be working in your company is for 9 months. So in such cases, what you need to do, so in this case for contract employees, after 9 months you need to deallocate the desktop and send him the reminder mail before 1 month of the contract ended, that is on the 8th month of the creation date of that employee. So on 9th month, after finishing the 9th month, you need to compulsorily deallocate the desktop But on the 8th month, that means 1 month before the contract gets terminated, you need to send a reminder mail to that employee that next month your contract is getting terminated, so please take necessary actions to remind for contract renewal process and initiate the contract renewal process. So here we are doing two things. On the 8th month we need to send him the reminder mail, and on 9th month you need to compulsorily deallocate the desktops that were allocated to this contract employee. So now I will go to our trial instance and make the changes. So this is our workflow. I'm deactivating it. So after deactivating, you can see everything remains same, but the only thing that I need to add here is, in case of contract employees, you need to add that time duration. So you need to first select the step after which you need to have that timeout condition. So in order to do that, you again have to use the wait condition, but there will be a change while. So I have typed a simple description that first you need to send a mail 1 month before the contract end date. In order to do that, you have to use the wait condition, but at the time of deciding the wait condition, now you need to select the process. If you select process here, now you will get more options. Here you need to select the timeout condition. So in case of normal wait conditions, you need to select the entity and set the field change event, but in case of timeout condition, you need to select the process. That means the complete process will wait. And here you can see the timeout condition. Timeout equals 1 month before the contract end date. So that means contract will end on the 9th month. That means employee is getting created today. That means after 8th month of today's date, you need to send him the reminder mail. You can use the form assistant to set the dynamic values. So here 8th month, instead of before, you can select after the employee is created on. So now you can see value is set to 8 months after the employee record is created on. Now this condition is set. So here you can see now timeout until 8 months after the employee is created on, and you can send him a mail by adding the send email step. When you send reminder email. So this is the body of my email that I am sending. So now after sending the reminder mail, you need to, at the end of 9th month, you need to deallocate the asset allocation record. So again you need to add one more wait condition. You can type a brief description here, and again you have to select wait until process, and here you need to set the timeout till 9th month after the created on. 9th month is your contract validity date after created on. So now I have added the 9th month step. This process will wait until 9 months after the employee is created on, and then you need to change the status of the asset allocation record. I am adding change status action, clicking inactive. So let us now save and activate the workflow. Now you can see I have only given the required inputs, and I am saving this record, and the new record has been created. I will refresh in order to view the changes. So now you can see desktop type asset has been created for this contract employee, and let us now monitor the background process as well. Still the status is waiting. If you open this record, here it will show you the details. So since this employee is of type contract, then at this step it is waiting till 8 months. So after 8 months, this step will be getting executed, and it will send an email to this particular employee that his contract will be getting ended after 1 month, and after that again that will wait for one more month, and after that it will deactivate the asset allocated. So in order to show this whether this step will trigger after 8 months or not, I will modify, instead of 8 months, I will modify it to 1 minute, and I will deallocate the desktop after 2 minutes. So this will trigger after 1 minute of employee gets created, and on the second minute I will deallocate this record. So let me change the time duration. That will prove that this timeout condition will work on the duration rather than an action that is being taken, and it will trigger automatically. So let me now go back and change the workflow. So now I open my trial instance and I will open the solution, and you can see our workflow opening that. Now I have deactivated this workflow and I will just change the timeline. Instead of 8 months, I will just wait for 1 minute, and for deactivating the allocation record I will wait for 2 minutes. So instead of after 1 minute, 1 minute after employee is created on. Now you can read that 1 minute after the employee record is created, and I will deallocate this record after 2 minutes. Here I need to select the number of minutes, before or after, and employee record created on. So I have modified my workflow for the contract employees, where I will send a reminder before 1 minute of contract end date, and I will deallocate automatically the assets after 2 minutes of employee created. So we will save and activate it, and we will now test this. We will create an employee of contract type. So after filling the required details, I am saving this record. Now this record has been saved. So I will refresh it. Now you can see an asset allocation record has been created, and at the same time we will check the background processes. You can see the status of this background system job is in progress, and if you open it, you can see it is still in waiting status. So it has executed till, since this is an contract employee, it will go in this loop, and it has executed the first 4 steps, and it is waiting for 1 minute. First it will send an reminder email after 1 minute, and after that again it will wait to deallocate the record after 2 minutes. So you can see this workflow is started on 12:34. We will check this status after 1 minute. You can see it is still in waiting stage. So now I have refreshed, and you can see that after 1 minute, right now the time is 12:35, and it has sent an email message. You can see that reminder email has been generated. So here you can see the content of that email. So it is in pending send status because I have not configured the server-side synchronization. So if you do that, the email will be sent to this particular employee. So this is how after 1 minute the reminder email has been sent. Now let us see it. So now the 2 minutes are over, and you can see the status reason is succeeded. And if you open this record, and you can see all the steps in this else block has been executed, and you can see the status of that allocation record is now deactivated. You can open that record by clicking here, or we will see in the main form itself. Now I will refresh this employee record, and now, so after refreshing, you can notice that whatever the assets were allocated by default is now no more visible here, because those records have been inactivated. So this is how you can use wait conditions and timeout in your workflow. So now you clearly understand at what time you can use wait condition and what time you need to use timeout. Timeout is for specific duration, while wait condition will wait till a specific action has been taken on that particular record. And on that note, I will end this lecture. In our next lecture, we will see how you can use child workflows within your workflow. So I hope to see you all in the next lecture. Till then, bye bye and take care.
I thank you for watching this video till the end. So if you have learned something new out of this video, then please like, share and subscribe to Dynamics Academy. And also press the bell icon so that you will never miss any update whenever we release a new video to our Dynamics Academy YouTube channel. And on that note, I end this video and take your leave. Hope to see you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care. And once again, thank you for your time.